Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 25. Me and Davey have just talked for about an hour before realising that we haven't even pressed the record button.
No, we didn't. But here we go.
What this is just
if
a
only you guys could hear the pre-show.
Yeah, exactly, the pre-show. Yeah.
If only you could hear the pre-show. We put the world to rights this week.
Absolutely. Who knows where the episode is going to go now? I don't know. Yeah.
Oh man.
Good.
How are you,
dog? How are you? Actually, no. I lied. I'm not good.
Oh,
I'm fucking... Dude. Okay. I had works due last night, and I feel hungover, and I don't like it, and I don't... yeah.
Wow.
I feel upset.
Olly Wilkins Limited.
Mate, I'm not a drinker. I'm not a drinker, Davey, and all I seem to do is, like, binge drink. I just do it badly when I do it.
Yeah, I see you.
It's just terrible, isn't it? It's just a shame.
It's not a... yeah, you're literally you're like someone who's just been put into a nightclub for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I upset a lot of people, but I don't care. With, for instance, I've said a lot of controversial things about Yorkshire puddings and frisbee. I piss people off. I tend to piss people off. I actually, if someone said to you, if you're allergic to alcohol, if you drink it again, something bad will happen. What would your initial reaction be in that moment?
Perfect. Don't drink again.
I've got to say, I feel the same. And not just now in the aftermath of the John Pound Trails Christmas party, but always I feel the same. I don't care about drinking. I just don't care.
No, it's I'm fully over it as well, dude. Fully over it.
As well, did you?
And I no, I don't even bother. We've done with Hook It. We've done the same thing every year since we started the company. We go for a mixed grill at a local Turkish restaurant, and that's it. We go in the afternoon. It doesn't get Larry. We sit and have a chat. It's quite civilized, and then we go our separate ways and we do it again.
Have you done some Larry ones before in the past?
No, not really. No, I've never had a business that's profitable enough to do a work Christmas party. You always do something on the cheap.
Oh man, oh.
Or it's like on your own. Like, I've had a few companies. I've done
works do on your own.
I remember one industry's. Yeah, just on my own. Like, one industry did one once, which was pretty good. That was just down at a local restaurant down in Taunton, where they were based. So even that was like a 6-hour drive to get there, have a meal, drive 6 hours back.
Yeah.
Never got. Yeah. Never really got Larry, dude. I've never done it. Again, I don't care. Like, I don't like the. It's just the day after, mate.
And I'm on the day after, all right? I know.
The day after sucks. And for me, right, I'm probably similar to you that when I drink, I do binge because
you don't know what you're
I
doing,
get carried away.
You just think,
I just get carried away. It's like everyone's like, oh, I'll have another drink. Oh, no, go on, I'll have another one. And then it escalates into you're in a club, you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. I don't know, but it'll escalate. So I've learned over the last sort of 10 years that if I just cut it off early and don't give yourself the opportunity to do it, you do feel a lot better the next day. You just don't have that feeling.
I agree. I hate the feeling. I don't have any feelings of regret from my dirt jump Christmas party. It was great fun. Like, alcohol it does add something to hanging out with people in a certain situation. It does.
It is a social lubricant.
It is,
for sure.
We had a great time. It was a wicked night. I've got zero regrets. But I just, sometimes I just think, well, maybe I wouldn't be able to have all of that. Maybe maybe alcohol is a great thing. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't.
What does a Surrey Hills pub crawl look like? I feel like it'd be a very different vibe to a northern pub crawl. Is it like gin and tonics?
Well,
we're
all on bikes riding through woodland to different creepy pubs. Yeah,
awesome.
So we're all on like Ebs actually. We're all on e-bikes, and we're There's cool. But then it's a Sunday night, dude. What are we doing? Like, places stopped serving, and we like missed out on all food. So then we had to go to like a big pizza restaurant chain because it was the only place open. So it failed a little bit, but it was great fun.
What were the pubs like, out of interest? Are they busy?
No, well, they fuck. There's no one around. There's no
atmosphere. Crazy, isn't it?
But then it didn't matter because ultimately, really, none of us go to pubs. So the Trails is a bit our pubs, as you know. You've been up with John Pound, and it's like a good hangout there, really. So it didn't really matter that there's no one else there. It's what we do normally anyway, hang out in the woods. So
I'm not a pubby person either. I know a lot of people are well into sitting in the pub and meeting people, I'm not into the pub scene at all. Never have been.
No.
Don't like it.
I don't
like meeting people.
I've got alcohol. It being such a thing, it irritates me. It does actually. Yeah. Maybe I'm just in a bad mood and hungover.
When do you think you realised that?
Oh, mate.
When did you realise it at a certain point?
Very, very early in my life. For reasons
did you?
We don't need to talk about on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. You see, I did it for quite a while. I lived in a house with a bunch of friends in Sheffield, and it was bad for a little while, dude. I think I wouldn't say a problem, but I was, been honest. I was sort of addicted to the chase of female attention.
Yeah.
And
I think that's
it was a weird,
though, isn't it? Surely.
Yeah, but also, when you really look back at it, you think I was just really insecure, and I was trying to validate myself by hooking up with random girls and this, that, and the other. And I think when you live in that strange dynamic of living with a bunch of guys, it's a contest anyway of how many people can you get back?
Really?
And, this, that, and the other.
So
we lived really close to.
Fuckboy back then.
Oh, I used to be pretty bad, dude, to be honest. But we don't need to get into that. Yeah, I got family members who listen to this, but yeah,
Jamie the fuckboy.
It was bad. It was bad for a little while, man. But I realised it.
Were you fuckboy Stu? Was that when you were Stuart? Or were you going to be Stuart? Yes, it's fuckboy Stu.
Yeah, that was my Stuart days. Yeah, Stuart days. Yeah. What's your name, Stuart? Yeah, I'm a vet.
That's brilliant.
So yeah, I used to live just outside Sheffield. So it was really easy to just get on the beers or whatever and head into town. I used to go out 4 or 5 nights a week. Legit, 4 or 5 nights a week. It was crazy. It's not good.
No, it's nuts, isn't it? So when did you have what point did you have that you realised it was bad?
Good point. I think it was probably.
Well, not that it's bad. Do you know what?
I don't know. I don't really know.
Drinking a bit here, and also whenever I say anything like this, it's only. I think it comes out wrong of my mouth sometimes. I think that it comes out because I have an opinion. Doesn't mean that I discount everyone else's opinion. I think the way I talk sometimes makes that wrong. I'm just sure that I don't like alcohol. That's all I mean. I'm sure that it's not good for anyone else.
It's an opinion show, mate. We just have an opinion, and that's okay sometimes. And my opinion is hangover suck. Some people love them. Some people don't mind spending, a Saturday or a Sunday or a whatever day on the couch feeling like shit. Some people don't mind that. For me, it's just a total waste of a day. So now I don't like doing it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
And I have the added excuse of having an issue with my liver or kidney. I never remember which one it is. I really should get that down. So if I do drink, I'd go yellow anyway and look like death on a doorstop. So I don't know.
I remember the first time I got fuck you drunk was actually at a works do Christmas party, and it was when I worked for Halfords. Yeah.
Oh right. Was it on Halford's money as well?
Money, so it's pictures. Because obviously then I had so little money that I wouldn't have really. We used to try and go out and get drunk, but it was like you were too poor to actually get drunk. Really, like it's.
Used to steal drinks off people.
You did a mosquito with the straw. But they had these pictures, and I remember just projectile vomiting. With my boss. I didn't lose my job. I was only Saturday boy, but yeah.
Yeah. Is there a time you can remember where the most drunk you've ever been? I can't think of one.
Just wake up.
I kind of had
wake up somewhere with blood on you.
Yeah. Yeah, someone at the side of you, like, oh god. Oh dear. I went to Download Festival once, and I got spiked. I think. Well, I did get spiked. I was being an idiot. I was drinking random drinks, and just got a little wild out there, and I got spiked. I think it was acid.
Really?
And it was a pretty scary experience, dude. Yeah, because it wasn't a nice experience. I remember running around chasing a dog, which obviously wasn't there, and I was convinced that it had a window frame around its neck, and I was telling everyone about this dog with this window frame, and then I ended up leaving the actual event site, found my mate's car who'd driven there, and that's where they found me, just laid on top of the roof looking at the stars.
Way.
It's probably quite a nice experience, but it wasn't a nice
In
experience.
hindsight.
And then tripping balls all the way home. Yeah, my friend brought me home.
I've had a weird life. I've never been interested in festivals, first of all, and I've just never done that stuff really. I haven't. I guess I'm super weird. Just spent too much time doing one thing really. But I've tried and I really suck. Like even Christmas shopping. I went Christmas shopping the other day. Even Christmas shopping, right? George was getting her hair did. I went out Christmas shopping. It got too much. I only had to wait an hour. It got too much to the point where I went down the fucking stairs into the car park and it smelt like piss. But there were no people there. I just stood there for a bit and I just breathed. I closed my eyes.
You just had a piss?
I didn't have a piss. It just stunk of piss. But I was happier with that than just being like in all of the... I feel slightly aloof from society. I think that's what it is, or something. I feel like I've got something wrong with me. And the Christmas shopping is a surefire way of making me really feel that way. Do you know what I mean? It's not.
Dude, I'm such a bloke. I literally have not one gift for anybody yet. And every time I will go, like I know that on Tuesday I'm going to try and head into Sheffield and just get a few things. But I talk myself out of every gift. I'll pick something up and be like, "Oh, my mum will really like this," and then I'll look at it for a bit and I'll be like, "Nah."
Mate, do you know what's the worst thing about?
You can get it yourself.
If anyone out there has any spending problems, just play this game. All I do is I pick something up, I imagine the person who's actually made it and the working conditions they made it in. I imagine how much it cost, you know? And then you just look at it, you're just like, this is just a fucking piece of shit. Like, I don't even want it. I reluctantly bought some
That's
shit.
really
like,
good, I like that.
You know, I'm aware I'm the chump in Surrey buying this thing that's just been made for 2p and by...
You're buying it for 30.
By poor people working really hard. It's bad. I don't want to be part of that. You vote with your wallet, don't you? I don't want to be part of it. But, you know, you got to join in sometimes, haven't you?
Yep. I'm all just for experiences over gifts, though, man. Like,
Red
I'd rather...
guy.
I always...
You're a red letter guy.
Oh, I thought you said regatta. I was like, I don't know. Is that the thing? I don't know. I'm the write it in the bottom of the card meal voucher.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, though. That's good,
To take you out for a meal, it'll be nicer than like you said, something that you're just going to go on a shelf or just like, I've got one. Yeah. You know, what are you doing? It's hard to buy gifts, dude, especially as you get older, because you know, your parents, they don't. It's nice, I agree. Like, it's nice if you get something really thoughtful or whatever. But for the most part, that, you know, if they want something, they're going and buying it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you don't. You know, I'm not going to knock the socks off with a gift for less than 30 quid, am I? You know, it's not going to happen.
No.
So, or 20 quid.
Fuck knows.
10 probably.
Fuck knows with the amounts. I feel like if you're thoughtful, you can kill it with a £2 gift.
Yeah.
It'd be quite fun to buy.
My dad always plays the same prank.
What does he do?
That's a good one. Every year, dude does the same thing. Goes to Poundland, spends about 100 quid on shit and just wraps it up for people. And you end up with, you know, some fake nails or, you know, a tin of paint or something.
My dad's the same. Maplins.
He finds it hilarious, but really you're like, it's just wasteful, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's all just going to go in the bin. You may as well have not bothered. Yeah. It's just waste. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to go have a look around on Tuesday, but chances are I'll not buy anything. I'll just buy myself a coffee or whatever and come home.
That's it. You'll probably end up standing in that piss-drenched car park. I've done that. I'm actually...
I agree.
I remember when I worked on a building site, I'd go and... I didn't need a shit, but I'd go and sit on the toilet just to get away from the whatever crap work I was doing. I've talked to you about that before, haven't I?
Yeah.
I just remember the blue light filtering through the portaloo and the smell of, like, chemicals and human shit. And I'm just sat there and I'm like that's how you know your job's bad. You're like, this is better than my job. The same goes for shopping. I'm stood in a piss-drenched car park. That's how I know it's not for me.
It's true, man. It's true. We when I worked on the oil refineries in Australia, You could get away with a lot there because you just used to disappear onto this
yeah.
massive oil refinery place, and people would just disappear for the whole day. And one of my jobs was basically hole watching, and I think I've spoken about this before. It was a really funny job. Someone would come, they'd go in a hole, like in a big container or whatever, and they'd just sit there, and every hour you'd lean in and you go, "You all right?" And they'd be like, "Yeah." And you know that they'd gone in there to go for a sleep, and I was just sat outside, just basically sat in the sun. And that's all you did.
Yes. What are they doing in the container?
So usually they go in, they'd scrape rust off the inside, they'd check bolts if there were bolts inside of it, they'd replace filaments, elements, or whatever they're called, inside these massive, massive containers. But for the most part, there was a bit of an inside, thing that you'd go in there, you'd have a bit of a sleep, you'd come out, and then you'd go smoko. And you go back in your hole, and I'd just sit outside again and read a book or something. It was the coolest job, dude. I can't believe it. Yeah. And there were certain people that would go and get, like... there's one guy in particular I remember who would go and get a tarpaulin from the... sort of like the store. You could go and get, like, tools and stuff. You just ask him for it. Get, like, a tarpaulin. And then he'd climb up some ladders, he'd get up onto the scaffolding, and he'd wrap himself up in tarpaulin and then just go to sleep.
No way.
And then, yeah. It just hide, just go to sleep, dude. So many people were just sleeping. It's crazy.
Like growing up hide and seek.
Getting paid a fortune. Yeah, he's getting paid a fortune to do it. It's really cool. Probably the best job I've ever had.
Is it? Yeah.
Really, in hindsight.
It's weird to think you could just go and do that now.
Cool.
But it would be different. It would be different.
Probably tough in Australia now. I don't think they'd let you in, but...
I think there's like a period in your life where where there's such a severe lack of responsibility that you're just like a wild animal. That's what I remember anyway.
I miss that.
Yeah, I do. It's good, isn't it?
No responsibility and stuff. No
just
mortgage.
Bombing around. It's just I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, no worries. I'll do that.
Random road trips you don't have to think about anymore. You just yeah, man, you're right. That's a good time.
I got another piss drenched car park story actually. Me and Papa John were. He gets really mad at me at times, obviously because I'm annoying as fuck. But we were in a car park. It smells like piss, and we've done probably a good week's long stint of not good sleep and rain and thunderstorms, and neither of us got any money, and we're just in Europe.
Riding
we're just riding around dirt jumps and then going to World Cups and stuff. And when you're sleeping on a double blow up mattress in a piss drenched car park, and then one of you is really fucked off, and then the other one laughs. Can you imagine what that does to the air mattress? So I can just hear him like, "Fuck's sake, this is fucking shit. Stinks of piss," and then start bouncing. It was hard not to find that funny, man. One person's annoyed, the other person's an idiot.
In those situations, though, man, like, what else can you do, really?
Yeah.
Just laugh. I mean, this too shall pass, as they say.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
That's funny. So the S4P, is that done now?
It's sort of never done. It's a weird one, dude, because it's all like voluntary work. The machine is not in there anymore, so I don't have... having that machine in there stresses me out, man, because I feel like you have to have it running as much as possible because you have to make the most of it. And no one else is going to do it. So if it's there and you've got the keys and it's not running, then that's a waste of time. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's not often.
True. Yeah, you think people are going to think you're lazy, or
or just you're not getting as much done as you should. Like, I want to get the maximum amount done, and I think I'm pretty happy that we got the maximum amount done. It's good. So now it's just a matter of patting everything down, shaping everything, testing it all.
Could you do me a quick overview? Because I'm interested how this happened, and I think other people are too, because I've had a few messages about it. How did that actually come to fruition that you ended up with that land?
So,
did it start off illegal?
Yeah, so Milford Trails started in 1998, and I can't remember how long. Yeah, 1998. The old site started. And we had them for years, and they were great. And I don't know if you ever saw them in videos and stuff, but Milford Trails was like our crew, our spot. And then we had all of the other trail spots around the place would use our trails in the winter, and we'd use theirs in the summer. So it was like dream scenario, dude. I owe a lot to sand, because I'm sure Matt Jones will say the same. Like, you learn on it. you know, the clay trails,
Yeah.
boys, there's so much more. It's so much harder to just like learn tricks, whereas we've got like a resi ramp all winter long. So anyway, Milford was brilliant.
Yeah.
We all got really good up there, I feel like, because it was sandy and we could learn stuff in the winter, take it to the clay in the summer. It was on National Trust land, and I was a National Trust offender. I was on the National Trust offenders list. We've had a number of sets of trails there, and knocked down, and motorbike jumps, and all sorts of bad shit, being younger and stupider.
Yeah.
So yeah, the trails got knocked down, and right. So when they got knocked down, I thought this is stupid, and I organised alongside my geography teacher, an ex-borough councillor, and Ian Warby. We started having meetings. It started off just me and the geography teacher at school, and it ended up we had these meetings with the council, with the National Trust, blah blah blah. I also met with a lady who I'd met before when I was 12 or 13. I'd gone round her house. She had a field, sort of in the woods, same woods as where we had the trails, but it's a private bit of land. And dude, I got obsessed with that bit of land. I used to have it in my pencil case made out of blue tack, and I'd ride a pretend bike through the trails. I had the field planned out. Anyway, it is actually the field that we now have SVP bike parking. So it was real cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we had endless plans. Me and my buddies used to draw these plans, and it'd be this and that. So then we actually got that donated to us by the kind landowner. She remembered, you know, she remembered me from all that time ago, and I think she's a horse rider up at the woods, and she wanted to help us out. Like, she obviously, you know, you can hate on us, but we've been around a while by then in the woods, so we knew everyone. We're all very polite. Yeah. We managed our trails well, albeit a little heavy-handedly. It was like there wasn't litter, there wasn't bad stuff going on. It was good. It was good, clean fun, and I think she identified that. And so then we did 8 years of meetings, and with this funny motley crew of people, you know, that, like, she's an eccentric horse rider lady. My geography teacher is a keen fisherman, and he's a hilarious bloke. We got who else did we have? We had Ian Warby, who's like this. I don't know if you know Ian Warby. He was like Ian, and then Richard came in as well.
He's a coach,
that's
right?
it. So he's really passionate about kind of. I think he set up what's it called, the chalk place, Aston Hill. So he's really like
that's right. Really, I think so.
On it with like land access, this, that, rights. So we got planning permission. We had to plan out the site, got change of use, signage, got it all done, and actually eventually built it in. It was me, Bren, and Sam in the diggers and dumpers, and Ian and Richard. Anyway, we did it in 3 days, the whole site, and opened it up, and it was just the it was the dream. Yeah, it was.
So it took 8 years to get that.
Meetings, and it's like.
So she donated the land, and then it took 8 years to get
do you
machinery
know,
in there.
8 years of meetings. She might have donated the land part through that, you know. But
you were like trying to get something sorted, and then that came through.
It took a really long time, a really, really long time, and it was like, there's nothing easy about any of it, and a lot of it's just gone from my mind because it's too boring. It's like, you know, when you buy a house and you go through all that shit, you don't remember any of, you know, like you don't know any of the process because so much of the process just seems.
No.
You literally get to each checkpoint, and you're like, fucking, I'm not doing that again. That's shit. Like, what even is a chance?
It's not easy, dude. The whole thing. You're right.
Like,
so, you're right.
Yeah, and so we got it done, and then it just sort of we had it. It was cool, dude. It's been one of the coolest things I've been part of, really, because at the start of those 8 years of meetings, I couldn't have given less of a fuck about children learning to ride and this and that. I was young. I was in my probably irresponsible period, and I was like, I just wanted us to have trails again, and it pissed me off that everything we had been knocked down over the years, because this wasn't the first spot that we're talking about here. You know, I probably had like 7 spots in the same woodland, so that, you know, I was a real ongoing problem for them. But
That's awesome.
it's wicked, and like it's So yeah, I never really wanted to make it so it was like for kids and stuff. And then as after we did it, we just ticked the box. So we had like a beginner line, rollers, tables, doubles into the pro line, which is just a small set of doubles, you know. And literally didn't care about the rollers. I just did it because I had to, ticking a box, like. And now that's really been apparent that is the best thing about it. Like seeing someone enjoy like a beginner enjoy that stuff and move up and do the tables and then do the double.
Yeah, you'll watch the whole progression through
without sounding too wet. That is the best thing about it. We've had kids that have like, you know, turned up on shit bikes and got their way all the way to the actual big jumps. That's why I love dirt jumps. I can never not love dirt jumps because it's not super expensive bikes. It's not difficult to get amongst it. It doesn't matter what bike you're on. It's like I think that's what's really nice about dirt jumps. So, yeah, that's the story. Sorry if it's a bit long-winded and boring.
That's awesome. No, that's really cool. I was curious because I don't think we've ever actually spoke about it, and a few people have reached out and asked about how it's going, and I know you said a few people have been down to see it and stuff like that. So you've not expanded it or anything. You've just literally just done a whole renovation of that.
Yeah, just
site.
a renovation. Obviously, it's just the trouble with a bike park is that you don't have the. You know, people think that there's somehow money involved, and Richard at Bikes always kept it so he insures it, but no one has to pay. So it's just like it's a freebie. Everyone gets to be insured on this private bit of land for nothing because that's what we decided we wanted to do at the start. But there's still this sort of like weirdness about it being a bike park. Like you think that someone should be responsible and maintaining it and stuff, and no one should. We all should. If you ride up there, you should be maintaining it. That's how dirt jumps are. But the bike park mentality confuses that. Like, imagine how weird it'd be to turn up to Bike Park Wales with a shovel, start filling in braking bumps. You know, it would be fucking weird, wouldn't it? It's not how it is. But
yeah, it would be. You're right.
So it's,
you're right. Actually,
it's stuck in this confusing point. Ultimately, it's a set of dirt jumps that no one makes any money out of. So just every time you go up, bring a shovel and fix it, and then we won't have to do these massive times off where we get machines in, because all the machines are just paid for by us. They're not paid they're not paid for by anything else.
Right.
I tell you what, it is when I'm up there and people come up and they're like, "Oh, I didn't see on the website it's closed," and they're a bit pissed off. There's not a lot. They don't get a great deal of sympathy. Like, I find that really hard. Oh, it's a shame. You should have told everyone that it's closed. Deep breath, Oliver. I refer to myself as Oliver in that situation. Deep breath. Come on.
There's a spade over there.
Oh, sorry, sir. You've come all this way. Sorry, sir.
Did you see that? You might not have seen it yet because I only saw it this morning. Trails and Trials that's just come out. Man on Carpenter's done a little film.
Really? Wicked.
Looking at it's on Pink Bike. I'd seen it this morning. I've only watched about 15 minutes. I saw that some friends of mine were in it.
Mountain bike news over here. Jeez.
Yeah, this is the MTB news section, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in. So yeah, she's looking at basically land ownership and how it works and how that we can be more responsible trail mountain bikers. It's really good.
That does sound good. Yeah, that does sound good.
They've done a good job of it. There's a load of people that you'll know probably interviewed in it as well, talking about land ownership and how it all works and what the future looks like for bike parks and stuff like that.
Fascinating.
So if anyone hasn't seen it, yeah, check that out. And it'll be good just to carry on that conversation, because I think using this platform, like we have done in the past, to talk about it and just raise awareness for being a good, responsible mountain biker is only a good thing, you know. And
I mean, it's amazing. I think the bike parks are such a great addition. I went to Bike Park Wales the other day. Shout out to Bike Park Wales.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
It's it's. Have you been there before? Recently?
Yeah.
It's honestly like Jurassic Park now. There's
Not
like
for a couple of
entrance
years.
gates
I
and
haven't
stuff.
been for probably 3 years actually.
Like, it's really, really impressive. Like,
it is impressive. I mean, it's the flagship, really, isn't it, of trail centres?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I mean, that's the benchmark from what I've seen. That's the benchmark.
And I remember when it first got announced or whatever, when Rowan, I remember thinking, don't reckon he's going to make any money off that. You know, when they first did it, when they first said they were going to do it, I was like, Martha. Really, yeah. Yeah, you should get a load of people there. Honestly, I was like,
pay to ride a bike.
I didn't say any of that stuff, but I just in my own head, I was like, nice idea, but let's see if it works out, shall we? And then here we are, like however many years down the line, and it's like incredible, proper business, isn't it? It's gnarly.
Yeah, really sick place, dude. Yeah, it is. It's the Alton Towers of mountain biking.
It is,
really.
and it is great fun. I every time I've been before, or like a lot.
You do the uplift this time, or were you pedaling like a savage?
Uplift, yeah,
good.
Every time I've been before, really, was for like a photo shoot or for a video or something like that. And like, it's not that I don't. It's not that I haven't experienced Pipe Wales, but it's not like a day that you get to do whatever you want to do. You just like get shipped around most of the time. You know, I don't need any violins. I'm very lucky. But it's just not the same as riding. Anyway, this time I went with some boys from the trails, John, Sieg, and Ben, and I just literally punted my way around. It's brilliant. They were my guides. I rode so many trails I'd never ridden before. Like so many of the blues and stuff. Right. So fun. Like it was.
Yeah, I need to get up there again, man. Like properly. It's been a long time, and again, I think last time I even visited, I didn't even take a bike. I used to be really bad for that because I was on the road so much. Working, that I didn't even find time to ride. Like it'd be there at Bike Park Wales or even Forest of Dean. You know, I've been Forest of Dean 10 times, but never actually ridden it.
It's funny, isn't it?
Because it'd always be like the start of my day would be like, right, get to Forest of Dean, then move on to another shop or whatever. And it's kind of sad, really, when I look back, dude. Honestly, I again spoke about it before, but I went through a bit of a stage of not really enjoying riding a bike. So I'd just go in, get the job done, get out. Whereas now I'd be like, right, I'll go for the day. You know, I go ride for the day or meet up with people or whatever. So yeah, I guess when this is coming out, we'll be doing either on the Christmas ride or
it'll be on that very day, won't it?
Yeah, it will be on the very day. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Likewise, I can't wait. Actually, I have no idea what to expect. I don't know how many of our. Obviously, everyone showed a lot of interest in it when we first put it out there, and then we kind of a little bit deliberately haven't pursued it too much. Yeah, because we don't want it to be too massive.
No, we don't really want it to be massive.
Still,
we could, not that we'd get millions of people turning out, but
you don't know,
I think there might be a few. It'd be nice to meet some people. That's for sure. A few people have reached out. Quick shout out to a fallen soldier, Olivia the engineer on Instagram, who was meant to be coming with a bunch of friends but took a heavy hit at Bike Park Wales yesterday.
What's she done?
Couple of broken arms, dude, I think, and a little bit of a concussion. So shout out. It's never nice to see one of the podcast family go down. Healing vibes. Which kind of leads me on to my next thing. So I've set this little thing up, which I think might work quite well. It could be quite good fun throughout winter. Again, I had a bunch of messages over the last sort of few weeks, especially about the Winter Defiance Handbook, because that went out a couple of years ago or whatever it was. Yeah, people actually really enjoyed that. It's funny, I've got a friend who's probably listening who is still trying to get all the way through it. He's like, no, I'm going to complete it. He even had a tattoo book. Didn't end up getting. One of the big ones was tattoo. Dude, he's got a shaved head. He's trying to tick every single thing off it, and I think that's
you haven't completed it, have you?
It would be, especially there's like marathons on there. There's like it's heavy. But anyway, so I had a bunch of messages, and I thought, well, the sort of Winter Defiance thing's kind of done in a way. It's kind of fun, but I can't really think of 250 more things to do through winter.
Yeah, winter
it'd be tough. Yeah, winter's the same. It's still tough. So I've come up with a new idea, which I think could be kind of fun. So I think that what we should do is we will set a weekly listener challenge for you to go and try, and then we want to see how you get on. And these are going to be varied, and I've already set the first one. These are going to be varied. We'll chat about it. Every week we'll look at listener submissions, like how they got on. We'll try and rate the best one, maybe.
The evolution of the Winter Defiance, basically, and it's now on the right.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit more engaging, I think. Yeah. We're going to I want you to try this stuff, post it on your social media, send us photos of you attempting this stuff, and then we'll discuss it.
Week
and we'll
one,
come up
face tattoos.
Maybe we can throw some. All right, so I've got a week one already. So week one, listeners, your challenge is to try, and I've come up with a word for this. I've got it open here on a Google document. Is to try and recreate Van Gogh's Sunflowers painting in your own way.
Right.
So these are going to be varied, though. Just bear with me, because I think it's going to be important to do a riding one week. So you got to go out and do something. One of them's going to be an indoor activity, a trade. Just it's going to be random stuff, just like the Winter Defiance handbook was. That. So your first challenge is to try and recreate Van Gogh's Sunflowers painting any way you can. Paint, draw. I don't know. You can do it in feces for all I care. Let's just see
does that, then
who can make. It's gone pretty far. Right. So let's see what people can do, and then next week we'll see. Like, send us a photo, tag us in it on Instagram.
Van Gogh Sunflower. Is that what you said?
And we'll Van Gogh Sunflowers, yeah. And dude, this is actually interesting because if you look at that painting, I'm sorry, no disrespect to anyone who thinks it's good, but it's shit. It is so shit. This Van Gogh Sunflowers. I don't understand. I don't understand art anyway.
It's difficult, yeah.
You look at that, dude, and tell me it's good.
I understand what you're saying, but then just there's certain things you can't put a finger on. I'm not saying that individual piece is good, but it's a Van Gogh piece.
But this is why I think it's a good challenge.
Yeah.
But it's only good because someone said it is, right?
Well, it's hard, isn't it? Because if you just... I know exactly what angle you're coming from. You're coming from like a photorealism angle, right? Really. You want that painting to be...
Shite.
For you, it's shit because it doesn't look like the sunflowers in 3D. Nice. There's no like depth. It's just it just looks a bit shit. I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But then there's cool shit about that as well, isn't there? I know. No. Okay. No. All right. Cool. I'm not gonna.
But also, it sold for just under $40 million.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Worth is bullshit. But then it just gets to a point where everything is bullshit. Exactly what I was talking. That's what I was talking about with George and the Cube, where I was like talking about bloody, how much it cost to make and the poor people that have made it and all of that. You get to a certain point, you're just like, everything is. What is anything?
Yeah. What is worth? What is it?
Exactly. Yeah. Worth is very, very tough.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So can we, as a community, recreate a $40 million painting?
Okay.
Yes, I think we can, and I think we'll get a few good entries, and I'd love to see them. I know we've got some good people out there, some artists. We've had some involved in the podcast, like Joel at Primeval. Sound Warper might be able to make something audio out of it. I don't know. But so that's the challenge. We'll do it every week. Is it done? It's done already.
Done, yeah.
And then we'll throw a quick hashtag on it so people can follow a hashtag maybe. What should we use? I don't know.
I think Winter Defiance is good, dude. I really like the whole concept.
We just go with Winter Defiance. We just do So just go with Winter Defiance then. Just keep an eye on the Winter Defiance. We're going to try and help you guys defy winter by giving you something to do every week, which could take a few hours.
There could be rainy day activities. There could be whatever, can't they? They can just be...
Yeah. So the plan also with this, not to make it even more confusing, it's not, but we'll be launching a new... I can't see it because it's blurry, dude. So
That's it.
And there you go. That's it.
And probably... yeah.
Bit of colour, mate, and I think you're there.
Week 1, done.
Week 1, done. Ticked off. Obviously, we're going to be launching a new website soon, so we'll put them all up on there so you can go and check it, and we'll put other people's entries on it and stuff like that. That's the bigger picture.
It's like we're Blue Peter of Bot.
Dude, I just want to try and keep the community engaged. I just want to try and help people through winter. This shit, it can suck. So the more stuff we can do to help people,
dude, it can no doubt. There you go. It can no doubt. It's just like winter. It's just easier for everything to suck, isn't it?
Yeah, and especially if not to play conspiracy theorist, but if we go back into lockdown, which it looks like we're going to on the 27th. It's going to be rough for people, dude. I've been thinking about it a lot because I think being on the receiving end of seeing the Winter Defiance thing, lockdowns, so many messages off people.
That's brilliant, yeah.
I think that's what makes me even more sort of like, right, I want to make sure that there's stuff going out for people to get involved in. I'm not saying we're like a, you know, some sort of, I don't really know, saviour or whatever.
I tell you what, it helps. Certainly doing these weekly things helped me out a load. Like, you know, like having some routine, something to look forward to, something to think about. Yeah. It's really good. These little projects and stuff are really good. And that's why I think that's why that handbook did so well, I reckon. Huh.
Yeah, it did. That's crazy, man, how many people got that and cracked on with stuff. It was really nice. So hopefully this is the same sort of vibe, but it'll be a bit more engaging. We'll be able to share stuff through social media, people's attempts and stuff, and then Ollie will probably let you set a challenge next week or something. Maybe we can do all sorts of stuff with this, you know, just run it for a few months and see how we go, and if it's good we'll carry on.
Yeah.
So there you go, Van Gogh Sunflowers, folks.
I've been meaning
Crack on.
Yeah, brilliant. I've been meaning to ask you, what happened with the dating? Have we got any more submissions? I feel like it's gone real quiet, the dating.
Yeah, quiet's one word for it. I don't have a update as such. It's been there hasn't been many people reach out.
Not many people want to get involved with our service,
which is disappointing, really, to be honest, because I know how many listeners we get. There's enough people out there, not necessarily saying that you're single and female, but you might know someone who is. So it was Sussex? Can't remember what it was. Where was our asbestos guy, Dom? Who was
asbestos Dom? Who was
West Sussex, I think. And then we had
Tesh,
Peterborough. Tesh was Peterborough.
Yeah, we'll keep trying.
Tesh has got a funny Instagram handle.
Yeah, well, let's do another quick push for that then as well. You know, just because people just
The dating. There's a few people actually who also reached out and were like, "I'm going to submit one." And it never. I don't know if our uploader's not working because it never actually came through. I wonder if that's the problem, that the uploader's not working. I'm just checking it now, dude, because it's already open actually. So here it is, podcast. Blah 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 blah. No, there's nothing new in there. So I will check that and make sure it's actually working. We've got Tesh and Dom are still in there. So folks, if you want to get involved, you want to start the new year off with a relationship, then. We offered to pay for it. I mean,
bad. I want to, yeah.
Come on, come forward, Peterborough people. Hook Tesh up, Dom. We're trying. We're trying. You know,
all we can do is try, dude. All we can do is try. Be nice to have like a little follow up on that. I just thought I'd ask, you know, just in case.
Yeah, unfortunately, dude, nothing to report at the moment. But fingers crossed. Yeah, we're going to
pick those boys up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got a watching and listening this week?
I have actually, and this is going to lead into something that I also want to talk about. So, my watching. It's a bit of a random one. Again, I'm going to throw. I've actually got two, so I'm going to do two, Ollie, if that's okay. First, love you too. The first one will be there's a film on Netflix called The War Beneath, and it's about World War One and. England, we got a load of miners to apparently come in. I didn't know this story, and dig trenches underneath enemy territory.
Told me about this.
Yeah, it's really good. It's called The War Beneath.
Brilliant.
Really good film. Watched it the other night. Actually, I've got a funny story about the other night, which I'll tell you in a sec. So yeah, I watched it the other night after going for a run. It was good. So yeah, War Beneath, and then the second one I watched yesterday, and this hit me pretty good actually. So there's have you heard of a YouTuber called Ed Bassmaster?
Yeah, he's funny.
He does the what does he do? He does the Mumbles character.
Yeah, I remember.
Does this? He does the just look at it character. He's going just look at it. Yeah, it's that guy, Ed Bassmaster. He's got a pretty big YouTube following, and he did something recently where he made a video last year with that Mumbles character, and one of the people in it, you know, he was pranking, was a homeless guy called Mike. And he said that, you know, he did this character, this guy, you know, this Mike guy, this homeless guy is really generous. Every time he's gone to this particular place, I think it's a Home Depot in Philadelphia, he sees this guy Mike and he, you know, gives him a few dollars, whatever. So then this year he just wanted to help him, and he basically drove over there picked Mike up and did that. You know, I wouldn't say it's what a lot of people do, but it's just such a lovely gesture. He took Mike and he bought him a load of new clothes and he drove him to New York so he could see his mum. He'd not seen his mum for a few months.
Oh man, that's wicked. Yeah.
And Mike's story is just really interesting because he's one of those guys that's ended up homeless that seems like it's, you know, through no fault of his own. It's just a series of bad circumstances. And I think it's nice to remind yourself sometimes that you're only a few steps away from that. A lot of us are. You know, there's only a few things happen bad and all of a sudden you have no home and you in Home Depot,
dude, absolutely
helping people load trolleys for $1. So he did this video and it was just really touching to see that he was giving something back.
Amazing. What's it called? I like the sound of that sounds uplifting.
It's called Mike's Story. It's on Ed Basemaster's channel, and it's called Mike's Story. Yeah, sorry, I watched that yesterday and it was just touching, man. It was nice to just nice to see people giving back, and that's what I was going to use to lead into the giving back at Christmas.
Yes, dude, I like that
topic.
That was really good.
Oh man, it's like we know. That's like we know what we're doing,
really
right?
Good because you're right. Christmas is a time of giving, isn't it? Really, mainly.
I think it is, and I feel like especially as you get a little bit older, I don't want shit off people. I just want to.
You want to give?
Hopefully, use certain platforms and stuff to give back. So we're trying to.
This is so good because obviously we've written this down now, and now this is us trying to be professional, and it just fucks up, doesn't it? You know what I mean? All right, let's start again. Right, okay. Rewind. One second. Okay, compose myself. Okay, right. That's right. Too much. Christmas is a time of giving, so we're giving big this year. We're giving away a Focus Jam Seat Team Edition to one lucky winner. There is, however, a catch. To win, you have to give. That's right, isn't it, Davey?
Yeah, you have to give, and you have to give. You have to keep giving. I was going to say something there, and I'm not going to, because it could take away. It could take away.
Yeah, we're pretty stoked, actually, on this gift. This is a bit of a dream prize, isn't it? We mentioned it last week,
mate. It's a dream just to even be involved in doing this. Honestly, it is. It's an absolute dream. So I'm very, very honoured to be able to do something like
hopefully
this.
It'll make a killer Christmas present. But basically, Focus Bikes have given us a Jam CSL Jam C Team Edition. That's what they've given us. So it's a custom colour. You're going to be able to see that shortly on our social media.
And also on the screen. I think we're going to have Benny pull up a few images here so you can see this thing. It's a beauty, dude. And the fact it says Team Edition on the top tube and stuff.
They didn't make many of those. So to enter, we thought you could simply nominate a human of your choice with your reasoning for this generous gift. So if someone's done a nice thing to you, someone deserves a bit of a break, I don't know, let us know in the comment section of the Instagram post. So show your appreciation to a buddy of your choice on the Ride Companion Instagram post for your chance to make someone's Christmas. All courtesy of Focus Bikes.
God bless Focus Bikes. Preach.
What's our Instagram again?
But also, it's at the Ride Companion. So also what's going to really help get some more eyes on this, if you can share that Instagram post around, tell people why we're doing it. Again, nominate people, think outside the box, think of someone that's helped you out, and just tag them and give us a bit of a reason why they deserve to win this amazing prize, dude.
It's so sick.
It's a very unique prize. We're not giving away some half-assed thing here. It's legit, and I'm very proud, and thank you Focus for supporting the podcast and allowing us to do this stuff.
Big thanks,
it's really cool. Yep. So that's going to go live. Just to clarify as well, we're probably going to make that giveaway live either Wednesday when this podcast comes out, or Thursday. It's probably going to be Thursday, to be honest, because we're going to be at the Christmas ride on Wednesday. So I think Thursday it's going to come out, and then we are going to announce the winner on the episode, our first episode of 2022, which will come out on the 12th of January. We're going to take. Sorry, folks. We're going to take a week off. The first week of Jan, we're going to take a week off. We're chilling. We're just going to have a week off. I'm going on holiday.
Where are you going on holiday to?
People keep saying, "Oh, you keep having holidays." It's like, no, I've just had 2 holidays in 5 years. It just so happens that they're in the same 2 months.
Where are you going on holiday now? Can't keep up.
Mate, I know. I'm going up to Northumberland Fingers crossed again at the moment.
Right.
Who knows what's going on? But
We should change this podcast
Northumberland,
to
my
Where's
parents
Davy?
have got a...
Like, scrap ride companion. Where's Davy? Where's
All right, Joel.
where's Davy?
You know what to do, mate. Create me a character. How good was that, man, looking back? That was so fucking cool. It was so cool. Someone messaged the other day, actually. They were trying to buy a T-shirt.
Oh, wicked.
A Where's Olly T-shirt. And I've deleted the merch store, unfortunately, folks. Just because we're going to be relaunching all that stuff soon. So I got rid of it. So another lovely segue, actually. This is like
You're doing
seamless.
well, yeah.
So here's something I've also worked on. There's two things I've been working on, actually, behind the scenes. Only little things, but just trying to help people out a little bit. So I'm a bit of a goal setter, I'd say. I like to take this time in between Christmas and New Year to sort of think about life and look back and be like, what worked, what didn't, what do I want to achieve in 2022? And often I find me and a friend have got something going where we share our goals with each other, and it sort of keeps you accountable. And every few months we'll be like, look, how are you getting on? Like, what's going on? So what I've done is I've created a form. Is it a form? It's more of a document that people can access. And I want you to put 3 to 5 2022 goals in it. That way everyone can see it and you're going to be accountable to those goals. So I've kicked it off. I'll put a link below with 5 goals of mine that I want to achieve in 2022.
Nice.
And again, it's just hopefully you can use that as inspiration. You'll be able to see other people's stuff. You'll be able to update it, with little things that's going on, if you're moving closer, if you're not. And hopefully that just helps people, again, just have something to go back to and go, right, where am I at? What am I trying to achieve? And there's a fine balance with this. I agree that you either want to be striving for goals or you just want to float through life. And I think I'm not trying to make people all like Gary V and, I'm trying to achieve this and I want a Lamborghini. It doesn't have to be anything like that. It can be to ride 10 miles. It can be to achieve whatever. But be honest, put something in there and that you're going to stay accountable for, and we'll check back. We'll see what's going on in there. Use it as like a bit of a discussion thing.
It's a good idea because this is me and you are quite different on this stuff. You're a real goal setter and you like do challenges and stuff like that. And I'm really not that guy. In fact, on my list sometimes I'll put stuff that I've already done so that I can just cross it off.
So you tick it off. Yeah,
you do that sometimes as well, yeah. But I think it's cool. There's no, like you say, there's no right and wrong answer, is there? It's like,
no, I think that some people enjoy that stuff, some people don't. For me, I think I do need that because I know what I'm like. I'll start coasting, and you're like 3 months goes by, and you're like, I haven't actually done anything. Like, life's no different. So I think it's important sometimes to just set a few goals. They can be easy, they can be hard, they can be unattainable if you want sometimes. Like, just something to strive for.
I know what you mean.
I think it's interesting, especially when you hit that stuff. It's kind of it's a nice feeling, dude.
Yeah, I don't think we can really go too much deeper into it without talking about. We're basically talking about the meaning of life here, which I don't think either of us are qualified to.
Manscaped!
We never get it in time. Introduction.
Okay.
Boop. Start again. Hey fellas, this episode of The Ride Companion is brought to you by our favourite producers of ball trimmers, Manscaped. Join the global leaders in below the waist grooming, in leaving 2021 behind and entering 2022 with a clear mind and clean balls. Special offer alert, by the way. Use the code RIDECOMPANION20.
That's it.
For 20% off, free shipping at manscaped.com. 4 million men already trust Manscaped. Time to join.
That's right, Ollie. This is Davy's part. 2022 is on its way, and the last thing you want is to be the guy with pubes getting in your way of making this year the best yet.
Don't let it happen.
2021 sucked. Yeah, and that's why Manscaped are making a splash and upping your grooming game. Their Performance Package 4.0, headlined by the signature Lawnmower 4.0, is here to take down every pube in its path. Dog, every pube in its path. Oh, man.
These are good, dude. head to manscaped.com and the code is RideCompanion20.
That's right. And dude, just to emphasize this point, there's still time to grab Manscaped products. It's going to make a world of difference to us as a podcast if you can pick something up. You can still get them in time for Christmas if you're quick. They're offering next day shipping, dude, as well for free. You know it. Be right there in your house, ready to tackle the pubes. If we can keep these guys on board for next year, it would be a huge help. So why not? Treat yourself, treat your pubes, treat your balls. Manscaped.com.
Or your fanny.
Did you say fanny? And on that note, Ride Companion 20. Treat your balls, treat your fanny. It's just to give back, dude, which I think we're doing in this episode.
Yeah,
that is the meaning of life,
so. Nice. I do sometimes wonder though. I sometimes stress that I'm not doing enough. I need to do more. And then sometimes I think, dude, you need to cruise and chill. And those are basically, you know what I mean? It's quite hard to actually work out.
Yeah.
Like you should be able to chill. Yeah.
There's a fine balance. I think there is a fine balance. It's funny because I was looking at mine earlier because I was doing the document with my own 5 things on. And I ticked a bunch of stuff off in 2021 that I haven't really I've not tried. It's just happened because maybe it's because you set that thing and you're sort of subconsciously working towards it. But a lot of it I'm a bit disappointed in. But again, I got injured. I spent almost 3 months unable to do anything really. So a lot of it, but then I've got some stuff on there that I really want to achieve in 2022. A lot of it is, more raising money and stuff like that. But yeah, they're there. I'm going to be honest on it and tell you where I'm at and whatever. Not going to put anything silly on it, but yeah, I think it might be nice, dude. Some people love that stuff. They want to feel inspired. It's a few things people to get involved in. Jeez, what an episode!
It's actually a lot, man. It's actually a bit much.
People will probably forget about the bike giveaway. They'll be like, I got confused with all the other stuff.
Do Van Gogh paint. It's like fucking homework before we know it. We'll have people in detention. Jeez.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of those.
I think for sure.
Oh dear. Shall we do some listener questions? I haven't done my
watching actually.
Oh mate, I'm so sorry. What are you watching?
I feel a bit upset.
You ever heard that? Oh, it don't matter.
What?
You ever heard that 8 out of 10 Cats joke where Jimmy Carr says to Susie Dent, he goes, so what have you been looking into recently then, Susie? Other than glory holes. It's so good. Oh, sorry.
Right, I've been watching.
Anyway, what have you been looking into?
Pro in Oahu's just got the Florence brothers have come up with some amazing,
similar to glory hole, the Pipe Pro.
Yeah, the Florence brothers have had some. I don't know if you follow any of the surfing, but that's been really good.
No, tell me about it, man.
And then my listening.
Okay, so what's going on? What surfing is it?
What is it? Pipeline. Yeah.
Okay, and it's a competition called Pipe Pro.
Is that once a year? And just like the Florence, you've heard of John Florence, right? And Nate Florence and Ivan Florence. They've been killing it on all of their footage and coverage. In fact, Nathan did a live YouTube thing of the finals actually, because I think both his brothers were in the finals. I just think it's cool, like as a family, they're so dominant, and I guess it's on their home wave.
So John is that the guy whose vlog who is the guy whose vlog we were watching for a grip? I've not watched one for a little while. Who lives at Pipeline, isn't it?
Probably Nate Florence. I'm literally like a.
No, it's not the Red Bull
Jamie
guy.
O'Brien.
I'm thinking of the Red Bull guy.
Like their next door neighbour. Yeah.
There you go. Sorry, I've got them confused.
It's so funny. You just watch this like. I guess a lot of people probably do the exact same, but I end up watching like all of these guys that surf in this one spot, and then because my stupid YouTube algorithm just keeps feeding me more and more similar stuff, I end up just literally watching a group of friends that are surfers. I don't even surf, dude. I've been twice in my life, but I just enjoy it, and I'm
and I've not watched much surfing things since going and having to wear a helmet and falling off a 9-foot board. I sort of thought,
that's the problem with a board that big. You don't really fall off it; you fall onto it, don't you? You know,
like walking on a jetty.
You're just falling over on a jetty. That's what it's really like. knee pads really do.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I love it that you pulled out like the 3.
Yeah, I've not watched much surfing.
You were like, we're fucking going short.
Yeah, I thought I was on a skimboard at first. I was like, what's this guy?
Check this out. Hold my beer.
No, I'll check that out though, dude. If there's some good footage from it, I'll check it out.
I enjoy it. But
I will. I seen that. Was Jack Freestone in that as well? Is that correct? Did he do that one?
I don't know if he
Freestone?
did. I'll be honest. I don't know if I did.
Okay.
If he did.
I seen he'd surfed.
Oh, maybe he was. I'm useless, to be honest. I'm an algorithm guy when it comes to surfing. I'm just in this algorithm that just feeds me stuff, and I watch it, dude. That's, you know, there's no strength to my connection in surfing other than the YouTube algorithm. So,
do you often not watch something on YouTube because of the algorithm?
Yeah, big time. Yeah, and I really want to as well.
Yeah,
really
I switch accounts. I'll be like, I want to watch that, but I'll switch accounts so it doesn't upset the algorithm.
Have you've got another account? Yeah, like a.
I've
only got one.
Because every time you get a Gmail, you get a different one. So you just literally click on the right switch account, and then you can use it as a guest as well. And then that way you're not in the. That way your algorithm's kind of protected.
The other day, it was like Jordan Peterson shuts down feminist, and I was just like, I don't know, I'm not that guy, right? But I clicked on it, and then obviously me and George have a shared. By my law, like my YouTube is our TV sort of thing because it's Apple TV or whatever. Okay. So then George comes home, goes on the YouTube, and there's just all these like fucking bloke shuts down woman videos on there. It's like, fuck. I just watched one, man. I'm not like that guy. I'm not that balding micro penis guy that likes to watch women get shut down. I'm not like. He just fucking made me laugh, man. It's like.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's like.
Funny. And what about your? Have you got a listening?
TY, can't hear you. Rest in peace, TY. He died a
TY.
while back. But...
Dude, I often forget to put yours in.
Don't worry about it. Do you know what? I don't even know if you'll be able to find this one. It's probably so obscure and UK.
I have made some changes to the. Okay, I changed the Spotify thing today, folks. So it's got a different name now. It's called the Ride Companion playlist, and it has new artwork. This song from nice.
It's probably in Sprung.
Oh, is it the one that you posted on your story the other day?
That was from. It was funny. Rankin replied to that. I got it wrong, but whatever. Well, I didn't even get it wrong. I didn't even guess, but yeah, no, it's probably Sprung 2. I reckon this was in. Again, we'll have to have listeners correct us, but it's too much homework already. But it's the one that goes.
Okay. TY,
I can't hear you.
What film was it in?
Yeah,
I can't hear you.
Comment below.
I can't hear you.
See straight in. Turn it into some sort of country song, but whatever. I can't hear you, girl.
I can't hear y'all. I can't hear y'all.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh man, I had a listening as well, which I didn't do. There's a guy that I like called Narco. I can't remember how you spell it. Nahko, and he's got a new song out. It's called IFK, which is actually I fucking know. IFK, I fucking know.
IFK.
It's nice. It's kind of chill.
Nice one, dude.
Do you always pretend to write those down?
And I do check them out. Yeah.
Really?
Thank you.
I don't know if you'd vibe with that one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just thought you just faked writing stuff down over there.
I consult my. This is just podcast book. That's all it is. It's just podcast. This one.
Yeah.
So I just
Okay. Oh, actually, just a quick shout out to Andrew Neathan as well. Just put your episode out. So if you've not already heard that.
Yeah. I can't remember what we talked about, but it was a funny conversation with Needles, and obviously he's one of the podcast family members, isn't he? So
he is.
Yeah, maybe we can put the link in the description for that one. That'd be much appreciated.
Yep, we can do that. We can do that. Link in the description
nice one,
for
dude.
sure. Check that out. Yeah, I think I need to listen to it actually, dude. Believe it or not, I was like, right, I will actually listen to that. I want to. I want to see. You don't listen back.
How
but
tough
don't
is
listen
it?
back.
How do you
It's
get
the
better
worst
at it,
thing you
though?
do.
I want to get better at this. Obviously, being hungover and a bit over everything isn't a good start for podcasts.
I don't know if you can.
Well, you must be able to. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but I don't really.
Listen to more podcasts.
I don't really
Yeah.
analyse
Listen to
them.
more
I laugh at them because largely the ones I like are like funny ones.
Comedy.
So I don't know how
Yeah.
you do get better.
That's all I do. I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I've never even thought about it. I mean, every now and again, I'm like, oh, that's actually a really interesting interview. Like, how did they do that? But whatever. But obviously, the dynamics changed a little bit for me at this end.
Yeah, true,
So,
true.
I think I don't know.
I guess you.
don't know.
I wonder if there's a online
Comment below.
Yeah,
how do we get better?
I wonder if there's fucking more homework. Yeah, comment here. Fucking do this. Draw this. Buy this. Enter this contest.
The inclusivity episode. Is that what?
What is it? Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's the
Draw
audience
this.
participation.
Draw this.
Woo!
Audience.
Got bare
That's a
things.
good one. That's what we'll call it. I always struggle thinking of the audience participation.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
never
name
help
for this
you,
one,
but
isn't it?
it's not because I don't want to help you. It's because I don't remember what we've talked about. I think
It's
I
always
think
so
I should
difficult.
start listening to this, and then I'll stop being such a cock.
No, dude. Never listen back. That's the first rule
Really,
of
yeah.
podcasting.
I wonder
Never
what would
listen
happen.
back.
I wonder whether you can do like evening broadcasting workshops. You know, like what? Imagine how funny it'd be if I did an evening.
Yeah.
If I did a broadcasting workshop,
Like
again,
you're presenting.
I ended up like a presenter, like, "Hey, what's up, Davey? It's great to see you today. Okay, or we're just."
I wonder what. I've thought about this before, so I wonder what, for certain athletes who are media trained, I wonder what that looks like. What is it?
Probably.
And how do politicians be trained so good
I
to
reckon
avoid
Dave-
things? I mean, imagine if we just did
Yeah,
that the
right,
whole
yeah.
episode. You just like
Bouncing around.
that's the sort of joke that people. Yeah, you never actually say
Yeah,
anything.
it's true. It is true. That is,
You don't have an
that is
opinion on
art in
anything.
itself, isn't
You
it? Or like you ever
just avoid things.
Yeah, you do like I've definitely got over the years. I definitely got better at it. I remember I was on crutches once, and I had to follow a dude.
Yeah.
He's a guy worked at Praxis. I think he still does work at Praxis. You know, like they do BBs and stuff. To be honest, not the most exciting style of product. Not that their products aren't exciting, but a BB. What are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was doing
a ball
this.
bearing.
Have I told this story before? I'm getting like. Need to start listening. I was doing like this presentation. I think it was to Leisure Lakes, or he was doing this presentation to Leisure Lakes about BBs, and I got halfway through it, and he was so engaging. American dude. He's like, like a QVC channel presenter. He's just gift of the gab. He's just amazing.
Yeah.
He's walking around, but before I know it, I'm interested in BBs, which believe me is a tough thing to make happen. And then I was on crutches, and I had to introduce a dirt jump range from DMR after. And fuck me, I felt flat as fuck. I was just like, you know what I mean? I was up there talking to all these people. They're all still chatting about the BB. Like, yeah, that's really useful. Sort of. And I'm up there talking about 40mm stems and like, oh, dude, it was so tough, and it made me realise you have to be like there is something in it being engaging. I think a lot of the time that.
Did you do that? Did you do that for DLR for a bit? Is that
big
part
time,
of your gig?
Especially when I'm on crutches.
Oh,
dude.
right. Going and doing presentation. Was that at Leisure Lakes? Or was it a trade
it
show?
was, some trade show. They had like hired out a room. It was horrible. It's like, what's that trade show where it's like the Alan Partridge Hotel? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, not the bite place. It's the other one.
Those are some of the low points in my life, and not for. They really are though. Those Alan Partridge hotels just make me feel sad, and I was just like injured and wasn't sure when I'd be riding again, and been told it
was a tough trade.
It's tough.
Trade
It's
show,
tough
that
because I was told I couldn't ride again. So I was really low, and I was like, fuck, I don't even think I like bikes. Because part of me doesn't. And a trade show's a tough place for me to be anywhere. Because everyone's so keen and so happy to just talk about bikes, and I just like riding them, really, So I remember being really very sad
100%.
in my hotel room there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough place to be, that, man. I can't remember what the trade... I'm sorry, I'm racking my brains what that bloody trade show was called. I can't remember now. Off the top. There was two at the same time for a little while. Bike Place and the other one.
Oh, fuck, what is it? Core Bike.
Oh, what was it?
It's Core
Core
Bike,
Bike.
right?
Yeah, there you go. Core Bike. Yeah.
Dude, I remember just being like...
Core,
in
blimey
my
as
lonely
shit.
hotel, just like really, really, I could just weep myself to sleep. Really, honestly, just what am I doing? I'm just doing like presentations about dirt jump parts. I've been told I can't ever ride again, and I don't like.
Oh, mate,
yeah, it was so low. So low.
It's low, especially if there's like free drinks on tap. You could get yourself in a real mess.
No, if I have any breaks, I go weird about alcohol. I don't have any alcohol, caffeine, or anything. Yeah. But yeah, I was just like, it's funny looking back on moments like that. It's a good thing to talk about, actually. Like looking back on when you're really bummed. Like what you must have had some points where you're really like, holy fuck!
Yeah.
Shit, this is fucking.
Been there a few times, dude. Yeah,
fucking gnarly, isn't it?
It's good to look back. Few times.
It's good.
I remember a particular time, which was quite funny looking back.
That's what we want.
I was out. Yeah, this was. It probably doesn't sound that bad when you know talking about it, but we just started Hook It. I had nothing. I didn't have a pot to piss in. And I somehow ended up with this Vauxhall Astra van, but it wasn't the new nice shaped one, it was the old Vauxhall Astra van, and that's what I was using to get around, and the thing kept breaking down. It was a real fucking nightmare. And I was in Scotland visiting shops. I was right up near Nevis Range, visiting a shop. I can't remember what shop it's called now off the top of my head.
Yeah,
it's up that way. Cycle Highland, I think it's called. It's up that way. And then I was getting over to this hotel, and it started snowing real bad. And I was in this Vauxhall Astra van, and I basically couldn't afford. It was like a load of stuff. Like I couldn't afford fuel. I was, bouncing money around credit card to credit card. I was asking for borrowing money off people and stuff, and I ended up getting stuck in a snowdrift. And that was bad. I think that was one of my lowest points. Was like, I am stuck in a snowdrift in a I can't even leave the engine running to keep warm because there's no fuel in this thing. It was just. End it now. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
This
isn't out. But looking back, it's kind of like that's what you go through to start a business and stuff. You literally put everything into it, and you're out there, and you. I don't even think I was probably going to a hotel, dude. I think I might actually have been sleeping in the back of this van, believe it or not. I can't remember, but even so, it was scary because you're in a snowdrift. Trying to get out of stuff like, oh mate, it was fucking abysmal.
It's good looking at that. I think it is. There's a series of events for anyone. Like exactly what you're saying about the homeless person, isn't it? Like even at a small scale, you stump your toe, throw something in the bin, it misses, miss a phone call, someone blocks you in a parking space. Like just if I'm not saying I go crazy, but if my day starts with those things back to back to back to back, like that has an effect on. You can
definitely. I'm really enjoying that about life now, though, of having that little bit of routine in the mornings because I've never had that. So I know now that I can actually start my day off really good. I can start off with a dog walk. But like you say, if you slip over out walking your dog, you twist your ankle, you come back, I don't know, you've lost your house key.
I just wonder about those series of events. I can't remember what movie I was watching. It was like it was some road rage movie I watched recently. I don't think I had it as my watching. But it was just that, like this guy was seemingly completely out of line and a arsehole, and but of course you don't know what day that person's having. So when you beep them and you have a go at someone, you don't know what day they're having. That you don't know. We've only talked about
you don't know what's going on.
Things like stumping your toe, falling over, losing your keys, but like it doesn't. Someone might have a real fucking shit day, and then you might just be the one to push them over the edge. Or
I always think about that while driving. You're right. You see someone do something silly in the car, like overtake you on a silly bend, and you're like, you fucking idiot. And then you think, actually, they might have just had the worst news they've ever had and they just want to get home.
Yeah, you don't know.
And I guarantee if I was driving and I got some bad news, I'd drive like a total twat.
I think it all the time.
To get back.
Because if you'd... I got a tendency to like, want to fucking clap back or whatever. Say something back, I do, and in life it's not a nice part of me. It's like... It's also a part of me that thinks like in a positive way. So I'll try and say something back that's funny or positive. I feel like if I'm in conversation, so it's just a part of whatever. And then every now and then, if I just fucking bite my tongue and I think you don't know what that person's up to, going through, having a shit time with.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
you don't. And it's weird when things are good because you I do this, kind of waiting for something bad to happen, and then you have this. You're like anxious if I can be anxious if there's bad things happening, but then I can be equally as anxious if there's nothing bad happening, because you're like, this doesn't make sense. There's got to be something. Something's around the corner. Is it happening tomorrow? Is it, you know? That's why for me, like the whole meditation thing, and spending time alone with my thoughts is actually really important, because you can put things into perspective.
Yeah, I think one that just always, it's such an obvious one, and it's one that you get taught when you're really, really young, but it's one that I definitely use day to day, is just imagine it the other way around. Imagine it being done to yourself. Imagine it the other way around, or like, it doesn't matter if it's something you really disagree with, just picture it the other way around, and you might just be like, it can really, I think that's being measured, isn't it? Is that being measured and balanced, is it?
I think it's being measured, and just taking. I think sometimes if you just insert a bit of a pause and a thought, everything will be totally different. A breath or whatever. That's how I guess the yogis would look at it. It's like, just have a breath and think about it, and then consider your approach after. Usually, it's very different. I
don't do a lot of things because I think of it the other way around, and then in hindsight, a lot of things that I do, I'm like, you messed up then, because you wouldn't have liked that the other way around. If someone had said that to you, you would have been pissed off. So, what is that called?
Right,
mindfulness. What's it called, Davey?
Mindfulness.
We've been try and be mindful. Wow, I'm trying to be mindful.
Yeah, it's good for you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's good for you
In life.
Let's do some listener questions,
man.
Boots and cats and boots and
listener questions. That was all right, man. I'm impressed. See what we've got. First time opening these up.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Can't believe how many fucking deliverables the class has from this month. The audience participation episode has fucking gone deep.
Class of 2021. Okay, here we go. Okay. At sideways_Sam. Can I bring Trail Dog on Wednesday? It's too late. Yes. I think.
Forest Dean's fine, isn't it? Yeah.
Should be alright, shouldn't it? Yeah.
Nice.
Trail Dog. Yeah. No doubt we're already with it. So, Sideways Sam's asking another question about the thing, so we'll ignore that one. At IISTIM is Tim. Any Christmas foods Ollie wants to slag off and upset an entire community?
Right, yeah, let's get going. No, I like all of it. I tell you, on Christmas Day, what I normally do is I normally eat too much chocolate right at the very start.
What?
Yeah, I just eat chocolate, yeah. So that's my first mistake on Christmas, and then I eat as much as I can after that. But I've already eaten so much chocolate that it limits the amount of actual food.
All about the food coma, is it for you?
But again, the Yorkshire puddings, they can stay. I don't care about those things. I don't care about them.
What's your thoughts on stuffing?
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Or do you not like it? Yeah, I like
nice,
stuffing.
Isn't it? Yeah, I like stuffing.
Don't know what it is. Never really questioned it.
I'll take stuffing. What about? I think a controversial one would be cauliflower cheese on a roast dinner.
Cheese. I don't know if we ever have that. I don't know. I'm very routine with Christmas. I've had the same Christmas every single year of my life, to be honest. Which is nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you go to your parents. Is that what you do?
Yeah. I think this is the first year when my grandparents aren't coming, which is sad. They're a bit... Yeah. It all just gets a bit much, I think, for them. But, yeah, I saw my grandma yesterday.
That's fair.
She's amazing. She's sharp as fuck, man. It's insane. She's 93, I can't remember, 90-something.
Is she?
And she took us out for dinner, and she is, obviously she's old, but she's sharp as anything.
That's amazing.
I just can't imagine the same being for me at that age. I just can't picture.
I can't. Imagine if we're still doing this in our 90s and what it would look like with the goggles on in the metaverse.
Just these sort of like young characters in the metaverse making really out of sorts jokes. Like, oh god.
Weekly challenge number 9,000 and blah blah blah, or however many. Like, create an NFT, sell it in crypto. and project it onto the moon.
Make a mess of us.
I
don't know how you do it, but whatever.
No, we don't. Okay. Same guy. Ollie, 3-legged cat update. Is Jono getting a replacement? And also he's put, thank you for this, chicken fingering update. So there's no chicken fingering update. There's no updates on chicken fingering. But the other two...
Are you sure there's none?
Yes,
All right,
I'm
mate.
sure there's
You don't
none.
need to answer like that. Jeez, you don't sound too guilty. Woo! The cat's doing great. The cat is doing great. We got rats in the walls at the minute. I'm not going to lie to you. And she bombs around when she hears them. She bombs around and checks it out. You know, she's like a watchdog, watch cat. So I like having her around at the minute, just in case one of these rats. They sound like big rats as well. They sound like badgers in the walls.
Really?
It's horrible.
Chisels through. Might be a badger.
Could be a badger in the wall.
Have you put any traps out?
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know whether that's upsetting to people. I put like poison out. Yeah, like an actual
really?
trap.
Yeah, that's just gnarly.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't want to live with rats. I love animals. You know, I love animals, but I'm team human. I don't want to have rats in my house. I don't. No. What would you do? Would you put up some?
I've done it. I've had it, dude. We had it because we had the chickens in the garden. Put food out for the chickens. It attracts rats. You end up with rats. Then you can't poison the rats because
that's the
then
trouble,
the chickens
would
would probably eat the poison, and then the birds eat the poison, and you have this. You upset the ecosystem. So we had to just go with it. We just live with it. Unfortunately, and just
mine's
yeah. But it's different in your house, dude. This was like in the bottom of the garden,
though. So you can't. No animal can get in there other than a rat. So it's like one of those things that you see in car.
Yeah. Then you have to take it a long way away. So then you have to go for a long drive with a rat.
No, it doesn't.
Because otherwise they
it's just poison. So it's I'm going to end up with a dead rat on my wall, basically. But it's a poison, but no other animal can get in there. So I don't know unless it eats the rat and then gets poisoned. Okay. I don't know. But...
Oh, mate. Anyway, sure. I don't know what the right thing is to do.
I don't.
Probably
but it gets to a certain point.
Probably that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, alarm!
No. Do you know I do that, don't you? You know
alarm.
I do alarms when I need to do something, but I don't write what it is.
What you got to do?
But we might have to wrap it up. Let's do another question. I can't even remember what the question was. Ivy's all good. Jono's dead as fuck.
Man.
No replacements on the cards at the moment. Thanks for asking, though. I do appreciate it.
Good. At Bloke Boys, are we getting another off-season handbook this year? So Bloke Boys, no. There you go, though. I mean, dude, perfect timing. We just launched the Winter Defiance Weekly Challenge and stuff.
Perfect.
At John.Highfield737, what body part do you wish you could detach and why? Detach. Oh, I wish I could detach from my head sometimes, I'll be honest with you. I'd leave that thing out for a few days and just chill with no head.
What would you do when you didn't have your head on?
Just walk about, dude, scaring people.
There you go.
I just do I just do tasks.
Just get boring jobs done so your head doesn't have to be there and see it. Just like digging and stuff.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to give you a hard time. Like, you should be doing something else. You just enjoy time without my brain.
I can't. Do you know what? Actually,
I don't know how that'd work. But...
there's almost zero point in detaching any other part of your body other than your head. It's the only one that, when you really think about you, you're inside your head, aren't you? There's the control tower. You know, like in a crane where the bloke sits. He sits just there, I feel like.
Yeah,
I feel like I sit just there. Yeah,
third eye
right there. And then the rest of it, I'm just in a meat crane, just picking stuff up and doing stuff, moving and that. But everything really goes on here. So I'm with you. The problem is, Davey, you've detached the head, then you're just a head on without no body. You're not the body walking around. You're the head. Do you know what I mean?
That's true, yeah.
I don't know if I'm thinking too much into this, but if I took my head off and just put it on a table and then the body went off and did stuff, I'd be on the table, I'd be a bit like, I wonder what the body's doing.
Yeah, that would be quite anxiety-fueled, wouldn't it?
To? I hope he's not big.
Where's the rest? Yeah.
Oh, no, he's got his dick out in public. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, he would have, wouldn't he? Especially if your brain went detached.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just primal urges. Just chucking feces in busy spaces.
Just painting sunflowers.
It's like, oh, fucking, what is the fucking body doing now? Oh, no, he's not, is he? Body's on the run from the police. He's done something really bad in a public shopping mall. Let's carry on. I wish I could animate some of these thoughts. I'd have a whale of a time actually if I could animate.
I should
do an animation course as well as a broadcasting course.
And a
catering
course.
And I need to do all of this homework that you've given me and all our listeners.
At Stu P. Johnson, the retro mountain biking scene, hip or square?
It's square, but it's hip to be square. That is a song, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I think whatever floats your boat. I just wish it was a bit cooler. That's what I'd say.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Without you saying it, I hear you, dude. And I think probably a lot of other people do.
You know what I mean?
Like, it is cool because you're basically living out your childhood dreams, which is cool, isn't it? If it's a bike you always wanted, and then...
Yeah. It's just, I just wish it were cooler. Did you watch that film I sent you? Yeah. No, I messaged you.
Oh, I started. No, I haven't.
One.
I had to do that phone call, sorry. But
I wish it was more like that, let's just say.
No, I hear you, yeah.
Just cool. Alright. What else we got? That's a good question. At Matt Simo 350, why do bags of crisps always go out of date on a Saturday? As in the best before date falls on a Saturday. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I didn't know at all. Maybe they bake on Sunday. Fuck knows. That's a really good point.
Maybe they bake on Sunday.
How interesting.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I will check it out though.
I really look at those best before dates, dude. I've had a lifetime of eating gone off food.
Yeah.
Actually, when I think about
it's only
food as well,
guide.
I do actually have a lot of rules because I've always been into sport. Crisps I really hold back from because they're so great. Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
Sugar is my weakness, but I eat really fucking boring and healthy, and I have done for, I'd say, a long time.
Yeah. You're not really a foodie either, are you? So you
just like chicken. Like fried chicken, but I like chicken and salad, really.
Yeah. There you go. At Joe's 1989, good bike parks for beginners who don't really know what they are doing yet.
I'd say any bike park's brilliant, right? Because
it's a good one. I'd say so.
You've got trail grading systems.
Progression.
Yeah, although that said,
I'd say so. It's hard to say. I mean, we don't know where you are, so I mean, any trail centre, I think, is a good start.
A bike. He's listening to the ride companion, and he's sat there, and he's like, I don't know where the fuck to ride, and he's in Whistler. He's just the other side of town. Fuck knows where you ride these things. He's looking up in the mountains. He's like,
Whistler. I've never
somewhere
heard of it. Yeah, I've never heard of Whistler Bike Park. I'll go check it out. Fuck.
Seems to have caught on.
Imagine if he's in Merthyr.
Dream, dude. Just pedal up the hill, hop on.
Yeah,
I like
it's
the
in
idea.
Oh dear. Last one
because I've got to get out of it. I've remembered what it is.
Yeah. Weird Christmas traditions? ? At Bury 92. I don't have any.
Cracking one, but I can't say it on the podcast. And what else have we got? What other ones?
I don't have a Christmas tradition at all. I don't have. Just get through it for me.
My mum's quite high, sort of nervous energy on Christmas Day. You know, she's hosting and she's cooking, so a lot of our traditions are based around sort of pissing. Actually, a lot of my childhood is just about pissing other people off. It's about getting on people's nerves.
I thought you meant pissing. Full stop. I thought
finding
that was
things that annoy people. It probably shows why I am as I am today. It's just as soon as you give a gap in the door, you realise you can get in there. You can piss someone off with something. Just keep rolling with it. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep doing it, and that's what we do on Christmas Day quite hard. Yeah. Anything from like putting litter on the Christmas tree to, just like mum's just like on edge. Everything matters. Nothing really matters, but everything matters.
Yeah. Tell her that the turkey's raw when it comes out. That sort of stuff. Very good. All right, man. You go do your thing. Thank you, everyone, for again listening. Have an amazing Christmas. We'll see you in between Christmas and New Year for another episode, and then we're going to take a week off. Happy Christmas,
Christmas,
folks. Have
everyone.
a great one. I hope you enjoy
All
it.
the best.
And don't forget weekly challenge. Most importantly, though, don't forget you can win a bloody
Yeah,
frame.
true
And hopefully this episode has been as good as
As the
expected.
drunk Santa of last year. Thank you and good night.
Wow. God bless.
Thanks.
All right.